Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great as well. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. So how's your classes going on EnglishYaari?
Yes, my classes is really going well. Yes.
Okay. That's really nice. And how's your day going on? Like, what have you planned for the day?
Today no special plan because my daughter has a holiday.
Okay.
So she went to means my brother's place, and I am alone. So I will
Okay.
only take sessions and talk with co-learners. These are the activities I will do today only. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So today, it's like Saturday. So on weekends, you do what do you do on weekends?
Nowadays, as I told, my daughter has holiday, so we went outside. As
Yes.
last week,
Hmm.
we went to visit zoo as well as also we went on a beach.
Oh, that's great. And
Yeah,
you live in Mumbai, right?
I
If
live in
I'm not
Mumbai.
wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. So, is it hot there? How is Mumbai,
I think
doing?
this time Mumbai's temperature is really pleasant
Hmm.
and it's really salubrious.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. So, because often when I come to Mumbai in this period, I think it's really hot. You cannot do
Mhm.
without AC at all, right?
Yeah.
So the summers are already here. So apart from that, what else, like, anything special or new that you have done recently? Anything interesting?
Uh, are you talking about my speaking journey or?
Anything, maybe speaking or maybe something extracurricular.
No, as last 1 year, I have been taking sessions. So
Hmm.
only I engage myself doing all these types of activities. Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's nice. Okay. So I think today, first, I'm going to start with an activity which would be on, say, homonyms. And do you know what homonyms are?
Means the same sound words.
Same sound and same
The but
spelling as well.
and spelling, I think spellings are different, but the
Um,
pronunciation is same sometimes.
yeah, those are homophones. But
Homophones, yeah,
homonyms are with the same sound, okay,
with
with the
same
same spelling, but the
spelling.
meanings are
Okay.
different. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we say that, okay, this word, I think, for example, if I say close, so it may
Close.
have two meanings. One is to close the door, or close
Mm-hmm.
means near also, right?
Yes.
So one word has two different meanings. So we will be doing that. At least 10 of them will take. So it will be like a quiz. So let's see how
Okay.
you do that one. All right.
Okay.
So first one is advocate.
Advocate.
Yeah.
Okay. Advocate means a person who means
Hmm.
completed his law degree
Yes.
and is practicing. That is called advocate.
Okay.
Yes.
And the
And
other
the
one is,
second one is who is actually I know a person who is taking side of someone
exactly.
in discussion, that is called advocating.
Yes. So advocate is also a person by profession
Yes.
in court, and the second one is the one who supports, right?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. Absolutely. Now, next one is compact.
Compact.
Hmm.
Compact. Compact means limited.
Mm, no, compact means dense, something which is closely packed. That is called compact. And
What is the spelling? Yes. Yes.
COMPACT.
Compact.
Yes. Okay.
Compact means that is in dense.
That is dense, yes. So, for example, you can say the room is very compact, like it's not very
Yes.
comfortable or spacious, so it's quite compact. So, the other synonym for compact can be dense
Dense. Okay.
or
Yes.
pressed together. So, that is compact.
Yes.
And what is another word for compact? Like, what is the other meaning for compact?
Um, no. Mm.
Okay, so it's a cosmetic powder that
Yes.
we
Yes.
all
Yes.
use,
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes, so
Compact
that
powder.
is
Yes.
compact powder. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that is one. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Next would be tender, Tend.
Yes.
Tender.
Tender means a tender that means a company pass,
Hmm. Yes.
and the second one is tender means very soft.
Yes, that's right. Something which is very soft and the one which the company passes to the other, that is a tender.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That's one. That is the one. Okay, next is date. Date.
DAT. Date
Yes.
means date of month or date of a month, and
Yeah.
second one is that is a dry fruit.
That is a dry fruit as well, yes. Or in case if you even go with a person, with your close friend or family person for dinner, that is also a date, right? A good time
Yes.
with
Yes.
them,
Yes.
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 So that is also a date.
Yes.
Next would be address.
Address.
Hmm.
Address means there is one like address means address for a
Yes,
particular thing, particular office, particular place,
yes, the
and second
location
address
address.
means to address a huge crowd. To
Exactly. Yes, to go and talk in front of them, like a
yes, yes,
message, to share a message
message,
with them.
yes,
So that is
yes,
a address.
yes.
Exactly. Okay. Next is band.
Band,
Yeah.
band. One is band like there are different bands,
Hmm.
and one is one band. Hmm, no idea.
Okay. So one band is like the one which we wear in our finger, the band rings, or the bands also like what we wear,
Yes, yes, yes.
spiritual bands or anything, or
Mm-hmm.
it can be a musical band.
Yes, yes,
Musical band, group of people together. So the collective noun is also called as a band. Band of
yeah.
uh, group is a
Musician.
band. Yes, musical band.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is one. Next is rose.
Next is
Rose.
rose. Rose
Hmm.
is a flower,
Okay.
and the
Yes.
second is rose.
Hmm.
Rise rose
Rise rose. So that is the past tense
of the rise.
of the rise. Okay. Okay. Apart from that is trip.
Trip.
Trip. Hmm.
Trip is a journey,
Yes.
and another trip means
Yes.
uh,
Someone who is going to fall down. Stumble.
what?
Right? Like
Stumble.
for example, while walking, if someone
Uh-huh.
stumbles on the rock,
Okay.
isn't it? So he is tending to fall down. So that is tripping, tripping over the rock or a stone, and you fall down. So that is trip.
Okay.
Okay, so that is another word for that. One more we will take is palm.
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 Palm means this is palm,
Yes.
and second palm means I know actually
Yes.
palm, but I think now I'm not able to recollect.
Okay, so palm is also a tree from where we get the oil, palm oil, right?
Palm oil. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So palm trees are also found in
Yes,
different
yes.
places. So that's palm.
Palm on based on palm. It's a palmolene oil. It's that is different or the same?
It's the same. Like we do get palm oil from a particular tree.
Yes,
It's
yes.
edible oil, of course.
Uh-huh, yes,
So
yes.
it's I don't know, it is reddish pulp fruit of palm
Okay,
oils.
yes,
So
yes.
from that we get
Yeah.
the palm oil, right? So we call
Mm-hmm.
it palm oil. And palm
Yes.
trees are also there. Have you seen them
Yeah,
before?
palm trees. Yeah, I know it. Yes.
Yes, so that is also one of it. So I think we are done with homonyms. I think you have got a gist, like how we use homonyms.
Yeah.
So homophones are completely different and homonyms are completely different. Okay?
Homonyms.
Yes,
And today these are homonyms.
homonyms. I'll write the name in that chat box. Homonyms.
Homonyms. Yes, yes.
Yes. So in this, the sound and the spelling is similar, is
Yes.
same, but the meanings are different.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'll
Yes.
just write that. Yeah. But the
Sound and
meanings
the
are
spelling
different.
is same, but the meaning are different. Yes.
Yes. All right. So today I am going to teach you the elements of story. Okay. Have you prepared or have you practiced stories? Like how the stories are, prepared or written. Have you practiced that anytime?
Yes, I practiced, but
Okay.
as you put the elements of the storytelling, so
It is
maybe I am
new.
aware of.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So can you tell me like what goes in a story?
what goes in the story. We narrate the story based on the means whole
Hmm.
uh, situation, and
Okay.
one by one we means narrate it.
Narrated, yes. So what are the different elements that goes in the story chronologically? Like we call it a story mountain.
Mhm.
Yes. So do you know what is the first one?
No, no idea. I
Okay.
know how to narrate stories, but all the elements that are you talking about, I'm not aware of.
Yes. So elements of the stories are also very important. So I will tell you that today. So
Yes.
I'll also be writing in the chat box. So, elements of the story is the base of any story. And when we
Okay.
write a story, we usually use these elements. Without these elements, the story is incomplete. Okay,
Okay.
so for a story, for example, there are lots of things which are very important, like sensory words, like
Mhm.
vivid verbs, transition words, right? So all
Mhm.
these things are very important part of a story. So first we
Yes.
will start with the elements. So whenever we start a story, there should be the inciting elements, the inciting descriptions that we call. So for example, now you want to write a scary story, for example. So you will choose the description
Mhm.
of the character. Okay, now just imagine that you're writing a scary story. So what kind of character will you choose for your story?
For scary story,
Yeah,
what type of characters I will choose for that?
yeah.
So something like very horror type of characters I will choose.
Yeah, so you can choose like maybe a skeleton or maybe a spirit or
Yes.
anyone who
Ghost.
is quite scary, or
Yes.
it can be a normal person also who goes
Hmm.
into that fearful environment, right?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So who will be your character?
Um. Ghost.
Okay, so scary story character has lots of ghosts in that, right?
Yes.
And for example, if that ghost is there, how would you describe that ghost? What will be the adjectives that you will use for that?
Adjectives.
Hmm?
Um. Very fearful,
Okay, and
terrible,
hmm?
and was a bad host. Also, we
Yes,
can
yes,
say.
yes.
Yes,
So I will be giving you some good vocabulary for that. So for scary characters, we need good descriptions, okay? Because that
yes,
is the
yes.
first step for any story. So
Mhm.
descriptions matter there. So I will give you the first one would be like cruel.
Cruel.
Okay, he was a cruel character or crawling. We can use he was crawling. So usually in scary characters, we use these words
Okay.
cruel, crawling. Then we
Mhm.
have blood curdling. Blood curdling. So blood curdling
Blood.
means no. So if you ever
Yes.
watch any horror movies, for example, and you're watching that in the theater, movie
Mhm.
theater, cinema hall, so because of the sounds, we will say
Mhm.
that the movie made the audience blood curdling.
Mhm.
It was horror, it was terror, terrifying,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yes. Then we also use the word creepy.
Creepy.
Creepy, desperate, no, frantic. Frantic means anxiety, like someone who sees a very dangerous element, or for just imagine that you're walking down the road and you see a snake. So that's going to be a frantic situation, right? You will
Mhm.
get panic. So
Frantic.
the word is
Panic.
panic for that. So frantic, then we have ghastly. Ghastly. Have you heard this word before?
Okay. No.
Okay, so ghastly means again terrible, something
Terrible.
that causes horror or fear. Again, okay, so that is fear.
Yes, yes.
Fear. Okay, so ghastly is there. Then we have glaring, glowing. So I've given you few words now: glaring, glowing, um, greasy, green. These are two different words actually. Yes. So out of this glaring, glowing, greasy, and green, which word do you think you don't know? So I can tell you the meaning for that.
Greasy, grim.
Hmm. So greasy again, like sometimes you might have seen the characters looking very um, terrifying, horrifying, and their face looks quite spooky. Very dangerous, sparkling, right? So that is
Yes.
called as a greasy character, um,
Okay.
or a greasy demon, or a greasy demon. So oily. Another word is shiny or oily for that. So grim
Okay.
also means dirty.
Okay.
Grease and green means dirty, oily, and shiny, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
now you have chosen a ghost. Now
Yes.
describe it by using any of the three words from here.
The ghost was glaring, and it had greasy, grim face.
He had
A greasy, grim face.
face. Yes, absolutely. So that becomes your description, right? So
Yes, yes.
whenever you have to describe anything, first collect the vocabulary, related
Mhm.
vocabulary, and then you write at least two lines on that. Okay, so the first description should be of character, then comes the description of setting. Setting means place in a story. Okay, now of
Okay.
course, if you choose a horror character, there should be a horrifying setting or a place as well. So what will
Mhm.
you choose?
Horrifying place.
Hmm?
It could be what we say, what we say, khandar in English, like a place where or a house where for a longer period no one live in that.
Like an abandoned place?
Abandoned place. Yes, we can say.
Yes, like an abandoned place. Okay, so
Yes.
just imagine talking about abandoned place.
Yes.
Maybe it's a cave, right? Or maybe a
Yes.
castle.
Castle. Yes, it can be castle. Yes.
It can be a castle. Okay. So there are
Yes.
many ways to describe a castle as well. So what kind of vocabulary do you think we will use for castle?
Um, Castle. What type of vocabulary? It was very lonely. Nee,
Hmm.
loneliness.
Okay,
mm,
lonely. That is a
Lonely.
good
We
word
can use
actually.
yeah,
Yes.
lonely, and
Lonely.
we can use it's far away from,
Yeah.
and it's
So if you look at a
very
castle which is
horrible.
old,
It was very horrible.
yes, it was horrible, terrible.
Yes.
Yes. And
Terrifying place. We can also say that.
terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a desperate place. No.
No, place cannot be a desperate. You can call it spooky, which is scary.
Okay.
Spooky.
Okay.
Spooky. And if you look at the castle, it's old. So,
Mhm.
of course, the color must have faded from a long time. That's why
Yes.
it is a old abandoned place. So you can say pale, pale,
Okay.
pale
Yes.
walls,
Yes. Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Cracked, cracked walls.
Yes.
Simple descriptions for that. And
Mhm.
what else we can see?
Red wall.
Ancient.
Ancient. Yes.
Ancient is there. And
Ancient.
again, greasy also you can say, like grim,
Yes.
dusty, and full of dust, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
dark.
Dark.
It looked quite dark inside and mysterious, right? So
Mysterious.
these are enough for maybe your setting. So just
Mhm.
imagine that you have to describe your castle now. So in 2 lines, how will you describe it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The It was a
Hmm.
mysterious, dark, ancient castle.
Correct. And it was located in an abandoned place,
Yes, it was
right?
located in. Yes.
So you have already got your first description. So while learning the story elements, it's always important to go into the depth of each and every element. So right now we have just learned two elements, that is the description of character and description of castle. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, so first you have to focus only on descriptions because the game is all on the words. So
Mm-hmm.
when you want to write a story, you have to have a collection of words, vocabulary. So
Mm-hmm.
now you know that you have to start only with description of character and setting. You cannot start your story directly from the problem. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
start it directly from the plot. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
different elements which will be taken in the upcoming sessions, maybe later. But now you know that how to start with. Okay.
Yes.
So let's take one more example. For example, how will you describe a skeleton now by using any of these words? If that
Yes,
is
the
your character.
skeleton was greasy grim,
Mm-hmm.
and it was scary and
Okay.
dangerous.
And dangerous. Okay, now one more thing. In one line, I want you to use maximum two words. Like, for
Yes.
example, you have to say where the skeleton was. So, we have to put the character and the description of setting together. So, you can say, there was an abandoned castle which was located by the skeleton, and the skeleton was quite spooky, who looked greasy, grimmed in mud, and he tried to get into this castle, which was creaked with which had a pale color, or maybe it was dark. So just try to put them together and then make a description. So try once more. How will you make it?
There was a castle
Hmm.
It was